Hi guys, this is Eric. Thanks for renting our RV. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the key features in this RV for your rent. I'm going to start and show you the keys first. The keys will come on this blue key ring, and there are 4 keys with the RV. The one to focus on for the outside is really this silver one. This small silver key is going to open every compartment on the outside of the RV. Okay, as we look around the outside of the RV, we're going to start on the passenger side. This first compartment has a little bit of storage, and then the lower level of the compartment is where the propane is. You won't need to worry about filling the propane or servicing the propane, but you are going to want to make sure the propane is on. That's turning this nozzle all the way to the left. Turning it right keeps it off. You can leave it on most of the time. That'll run your hot water heater and the furnace if you need to. Okay, the rest of the passenger side, you're going to see this is where you fill the fresh water tank right here. Just connect it to a regular hose to fill the fresh water tank. Most of the time you may not need to during your trip. And then the rear side of the passenger side of the RV is a storage compartment. This is typically where you're going to keep a lot of your luggage. You've got a game right here, a beanbag game, a couple camp chairs, a grilling set, a tool kit, as well as a couple hoses. The white hose is what you're going to use for drinking water. It has already a filter attached to it. The green hose is what you may use for other water needs, filling the fresh water tank, or if you have other needs for a hose during your trip. Another item that I have here is in this little pouch. It's a screen that'll go all the way around the outside of the cab of the RV to give you privacy. Now we're on the back of the RV. I just wanted to show you where the backup camera is located there at the top. Sometimes it may get knocked by a branch or something, or strong winds. You can just easily get up there and kind of adjust the camera and make sure that's focused on the rear of the RV. Coming around to the driver's side of the RV, a few things to show you. When you're connected to a campsite, city water, this way you won't have to run off the fresh water tank. You can use that white hose with the filter to connect right here to the city water. You won't need to worry about the sandy flush. That's how you can kind of flush out the gray water and black water tanks. This right here connects to a park cable. If the campsite has a cable TV, there is a cable cord connected in that blue crate that I showed you around the other side of the RV. And then outdoor shower. This is if you want to clean off your hiking or kind of get muddy, you want to clean off outside the RV, you can use this outside shower. And remember, all of these compartments connect with this silver key. We'll come back to showing you where the black water and gray water emptying goes. I'll come back to that at the end. The fuel right here, this is regular unleaded fuel, nothing special, no diesel, no premium, just regular unleaded fuel will fill this tank. Coming around to a couple other compartments here, this lower compartment here has a few items in it. Some leveling blocks. You shouldn't really need those for a lot of places, but they're there if you do. We've got an adapter. This connects a 220 adapter to a 110 regular outlet. So camp RV has usually a 220. This will connect to this orange extension cord if you're going to connect it to, say, a regular outlet. A couple other things in here. Gloves, we'll come back to that when we do black water, gray water release, and then an elbow hose for the gray water tank. This compartment here is really just for storage. You can use this for storage, and then the inside of this compartment you can connects into lower beneath the dinette set on the inside of the RV. This compartment right here is the electrical. On the inside, you can see how the plug is connected into itself right now. This needs to happen in order to operate anything electrical inside the vehicle. If you're connected to a campsite, then you just bring the cord out, and you could connect this right to camp 220 power, or if you need to, connect it to that adapter and the extension cord, and you can run it, say, to your house, plug it into your garage, whatever it may be. But make sure this is always connected. Finally, I'm going to show you this compartment for the generator. You really shouldn't need to to open this compartment or worry about any issues with the generator at all during your trip. I want to show you how to empty out the black water and gray water. This does need to be dumped before you return the RV every time. Otherwise, your rental is subject to an excess fee. In order to start, I'm going to suggest you grab gloves out of this compartment right here. You got just nitrile gloves, disposable gloves for you, and then the hose to connect to either the campsite or to dump the tank is right here in the rear bumper. I'm going to squeeze here to open this up, and the hose is right inside here. So you're going to take this hose out, and you're also going to need the elbow piece, which was inside the compartment where the gloves are, and the extension cord. This hose is going to connect. This part is going to connect to that lower to the campsite where you have a dumping station. If you have a campsite with a dumping station, this is going to connect to the other side of this hose. And then the other side of the hose is going to connect down here on this lower level of the driver's side of the RV. You can see there's an opening right here. I'm going to want to undo this opening in order to connect the hose. And then there are two levers. One is, the left side is gray water, the right side is black water. Pulling it out will release the liquid and sludge in the tanks. Pulling it in locks it up, stops it from releasing. So again, left side black water, right side gray water. You're going to pull them out to release, push it in to keep it closed, and when you're at a campsite, typically you can just keep it released the whole time if you want, or certainly before you return the vehicle. Okay, now we're going to go inside the RV. I mentioned the 4 keys on the key ring. The 4th key is the ignition key. That's pretty self-explanatory. The 2 other keys will open the cabin door. The square-looking key opens the top lock. The round-looking key opens the bottom. So then the door will open. Once you pull the black door, the stairs will automatically pull open, and we can go inside. I want to show you the inside control panel right here. There's a few kind of indicators that are kind of important. I showed you the freshwater tank on the outside. This will show you that the freshwater tank is essentially full, as all of the red lights are lit up. The gray water tank is empty. Again, you want to bring the RV back empty. Black water, empty. The propane is full. The main battery, fully charged. The auxiliary battery, fully charged. A few other things on here. I'm going to show you the water heater and the water pump. In order to turn the water on to the faucet, you're going to want to have the water pump on. That'll have the water on and allow you to run water from any of the faucets, either in this sink or the bathroom sink. If you're not ever using the water, please turn the water pump off. So turn it on when you want to use the water, turn it off when you don't. In order to run the hot water heater, in order to get hot water either to the faucet or to the shower, you're going to want to turn both the water heater on as well as the tank heater on right here. Typically what we do is in the morning when we wake up, when we're ready to take a shower, we'll get up, flip these 2 switches on. It takes about 20 minutes or so for the water to get warm. So we cook our breakfast and hang out, and then we're ready to take showers. You're gonna have to be pretty efficient with your showers with this water heater. The aux battery should just stay on the whole time. And then the final in order to show you how to turn the generator on, the generator is going to connect all power when you're not connected or plugged into a campsite. In order to turn the generator on, kind of ironically, you're going to turn the switch to off and you're going to hold it. You're going to hold it for a few seconds. This primes the generator. You can see that red light turned on. I typically hold it for 3 to 5 seconds and then flip the switch to on. You might be able to hear it kind of trying to kick off. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 times of that off, hold, and on. This time it kicked up right on the first try, and that'll keep the generator on. Another key thing for the generator to turn on is the air conditioning, which is right above the ceiling here, right inside the cab. Having the generator on or having the RV plugged in to a campsite will allow you to turn the air conditioning on, and which you're connected to right here. And it usually gets nice and cold. You can redirect the air right here, redirect the cooling right here. Now the key thing is before you turn the generator off or unplug power, please make sure that you have the air conditioner off, otherwise it will trip an electrical breaker. Okay, just going to show you the rear of the cabin. All these lights just turn on with this switch. A couple closets to show you. This closet has fresh linens and blankets. All of the linens and all of the blankets get laundered after every rental. There's towels and linens in there. I'm going to show you the inside the bathroom, toilet, sink, and enclosed shower. Coming in the bathroom, a couple things to show you. A couple cabinets. This mirror connects open right here with this latch. Another storage cabinet right here. A cabinet underneath. Again, when you're going to run the water, you want to make sure the water pump is on. In order to run the toilet, you're going to want to make sure that in order to flush the toilet, you step on this lever for about 10 seconds. That has water coming to it. There's no water coming to it right now because I don't have the water pump on. But hold this down for about 10 seconds. That'll fill the bowl with water and do your flushing. The shower works like a regular shower. Again, make sure that tank heater is on and the water heater is on for about 20 minutes in order to get warm water, and the water pump is on. The vehicle, again, is cleaned thoroughly after every rental. A queen bed here, all fresh laundered linens. When you're done with your rental, just make sure you just pile the linens right on top of the bed. There's no need to clean them or do anything. Just pile all the linens on the bed when you're done. Cabinetry goes around the RV. All of the cabinetry should be empty, free for your clothes and other storage items. The refrigerator and freezer is right here. They open through this latch right here. That's refrigerator, freezer's on top. And in order to turn it on, you're going to want to make sure that this is connected to auto, and that it's on. So right now it's on by pressing this button in. Auto, this light is on. It takes usually upon the start of your rental, it usually takes a couple hours in order for the fridge and the freezer to get relatively cool. Coming around to the kitchen items, the microwave works like a normal microwave. Shouldn't have any worries in that. The oven, this oven top comes off. There's unfortunately no way to have that connect any longer. In order to light the oven, if you're going to use it, you're going to want to look into this drawer. There's a couple tools, a bottle opener, can opener, pizza cutter, some washcloths, etc., as well as a butane torch. Typically, in order to light the stove, you want to turn it on just like a gas stove. Sometimes the sparker will work. If it doesn't, use the torch in order to light the flame on the stove. Similarly for the oven, turning the oven on will require the butane torch, and the igniter for the oven actually is far underneath, kind of in the lower level. Make sure you get that butane torch back in there in order to light the oven. In order to turn the above the cab into a bed, this cushion, just grab it and flips down. This is about a queen size bed. Again, the linens are in that cupboard right by the bathroom, right here. Typically, as we're driving, I like to keep this up. It's not necessary, but it prevents me from bonking my head. Next, I'm going to show you the TV. TV comes with a DVD player. So in order to turn the TV, you're going to want to turn the TV on, and in order to run DVDs, you want to make sure that the TV is on channel 3. Channel 3 will allow you to operate DVDs while you're moving. Showing you two sources of power for the TV. When you're plugged into a campsite, or when that electrical is plugged into to a main power source, and you're not running off the generator, or you're not running off the auxiliary battery, you want to make sure the TV is plugged into the normal standard outlet. When you're running off of the generator, or you're running off of the auxiliary battery, you're going to want to make sure that the TV is actually plugged in to this this adapter right here. That'll allow the TV to run off of the auxiliary battery. In order to run DVDs, again, remember, make sure the TV is on channel 3. Here's the DVD power. There's a few DVDs already included with your rental, but when you want to use it, to make sure the power is on, channels turned to channel 3. You shouldn't need to worry about any of these buttons down here. Just make sure that this button on the far left is pushed to DVD. Otherwise, you should not need to worry about the rest of those buttons. Okay, inside I'm going to show you how to turn the dinette into a bed. Before I do, I want to show you inside this cabinet right here. We have this orange folder. It has every manual to all of the aspects of the RV. Hopefully you should never have to open this. We also have a fire extinguisher and an emergency first aid kit in this cabinet right here. Okay, I'm going to show you how to turn the dinette area into a bed. You're going to first pull this table off. You can see their legs fit right inside here. Pull these legs off. They should just be loose enough to unscrew relatively easily. This kind of creates just a straight table. This table then slides in just below the cushions right here on this RV. That creates a flat surface, and then you can pull these cushions off and create your bed. Remember, the linens are in that cupboard. There's even a waterproof mattress if you have young kids, and then all flat sheets that'll cover both this dinette table as well as above the cab for sleeping. Couple final things to show you right here on the driver's side cab. One is the backup camera right here. The backup camera is always on. So I think that's really convenient. It helps show you how close the cars are behind you. In the evening, it doesn't have a lighted backup camera, so you're not going to be able to see too much when it's dark. The final thing I want to show you is just the radio. Radio actually works on with a touch screen, increasing the volume, kind of go around, decreasing the volume, go back around, changing the station. You can kind of swipe to the right or left to change the radio station. Couple final things to tell you about with the RV. One is this binder is in the RV with every rental. It'll have the rental departure form and return form, whether it's outdoorsy or RV share. This will need to be signed and completed before you take off, as well as when you return. And looking in here, you have a sheet that has all of the items that are included that need to come back with the RV, as well as a step-by-step guide on all of the things we've kind of gone through in this video. Okay, the final thing on the outside of the RV I want to show you is how to pull down the canopy. In this storage compartment, you can see this white kind of hook. You're going to need that in order to release the latch, as well as grab the strap. Now, coming around on both sides, you're going to want to first, after you grab that white pole, there's a couple knobs right around here that you're going to want to make sure that they're loose. So twist them so that they become loose. This releases the RV, the pull from the cab itself. The next thing you want to do is make sure that you push these two latches kind of together. That'll release this kind of part of the pole from itself. You can pull it back together when you're done by pushing it together, and you would hear kind of a snap as you just did. Pulling it apart again kind of releases it to be able to release. Okay, in order to pull down the canopy, then you're going to want to make sure that you grab this white pole. Having it pressed up, this little latch, having it pressed up allows you to roll the canopy up. You want to press it down. As you saw me do, this allows the canopy to roll down. Okay, in order to roll the canopy down, you're going to grab this white hook. And there's a latch up here. Having it rolled up allows you to roll the canopy up. Pulling it down, pulling this latch down, allows the canopy to come down. You're then want to put the end of this pole inside this strap here. This allows you to kind of allow some additional leverage to pull the canopy down. And as you pull it out, you're going to want to come around here, and on both sides, this kind of pole will connect up to the top area right here.
You need to pull it out.
And it will set in and connect like a claw. The same on the other side.
See this part.
This claw will connect into this.
There's a metal bar.
Silver latch.
Right there. That metal bar at each.
And that sits in that silver latch right there.
And then you move it to the top when you're extending, just like the other side.
Okay, on the other side of the canopy, similar claw mechanism. It's going to connect right up to this latch right here. You can hear it kind of connect in. You may want to out as far as we can go. In order to raise the canopy up to kind of a higher height, this part of the pole will pull up, and you can lock it with kind of a pin mechanism inside. In order to raise the canopy, then you're going to want to just extend, and there's kind of a pin mechanism that will latch, keep the canopy in place. When you want to release, lift up on this, it releases the pin. You can slide it back down. We'll do that to the other side, and we'll roll up the canopy. Again, you're going to want to pull this claw off of this mechanism here. It may take a little bit of work to try and to get it out. This claw then attaches to this this handle right in here. Then we'll move to the other side. Okay, you're going to want to, again, on this side, remove this claw piece. Bring this around. This will latch to this bottom kind of bar right here. Next, we're going to roll the canopy up. In order to roll the canopy up, you're going to want to have a good handle on the strap. Grab this pole again, because the strap will want to move pretty quickly. Okay, that's fine. So I like to hold on to the strap in order to ensure that the canopy will not roll up super fast. Remember, this latch allows you to roll the canopy up. You can see that it went up. So now I'm going to walk this strap kind of to the side so that the canopy strap doesn't also get stuck kind of in the door.